Good evening and welcome. My name is Rabbi Zach Kamenetz, the founder and CEO of Shvat, Jewish Psychedelic Support. Shvat creates powerful pathways to the heart of Jewish wisdom, practice, and community, inspired by the contemporary psychedelic renaissance. Tonight, inspired by the Tu B'Shvat Seder, we will learn from 4 Jews working with these medicines in various ways, as activists, artists, space holders, and personally.
Doing peyote conservation work, which I've been doing actively for the last 7 years, a lot of what I hear from Native Americans is that the conservation effort isn't just about the plant itself or the habitat, but how protecting a plant and doing regeneration of a habitat is deeply entwined with community health and with personal identity of where you come from. Peyote in this country certainly is very much for Native Americans about deepening their own connection with their identity and maintaining that in the face of all the post-colonial things that they deal with. Not utilizing peyote, not forcing legal changes without Native American buy-in is actually part of the healing that this country needs. It's part of healing the traumas that we all experience from racism, from what's happened to Native Americans in this country. And being Jewish, this medicine for me has been a real teacher in that it's really okay to just accept boundaries out of respect for other family members, community members. That's a big lesson from an important medicine.
For someone who began the use of psychedelics back in the 60s and to be watching and participating in what Zach referred to as the psychedelic renaissance, it's continually mind-blowing and a little scary. But one of the things that I've come to feel very strongly about is that whatever the substance is, it's really set and setting that determine what a person experiences, no matter what substance they take. Set and setting, the interior and the exterior coming together in some sort of alchemical interaction is always what you're experiencing.
In preparation for the film that I'm making now, which is called Ayahuasca Diaries, I must have talked to maybe 5 or 6 psychiatrists, and they all said that ayahuasca to them was the greatest psychological healer that we have. What it does is it burns off neuroses. It allows you to see yourself. I realize now that when I go to synagogue, the prayers land totally differently because I've had this visceral, palpable experience of the divine.
My relationship to Judaism, it was in a secular household and disconnected from the lineage. All of the psychedelic maps point eastwards. So I went east and I studied Buddhism and Hinduism, and it wasn't until I was more spiritually mature that I could hear my soul really calling out for ancestors. My primary plant ally in that process was cannabis. With cannabis, I get to weave her in between all of that. So I get to pray with cannabis. I get to meditate with cannabis. I get to read scripture, read Torah. And that was like a big take me by the hand and bring me back to Judaism moment. And I've seen that show up a lot for clients in the same way. In that sense, I really find cannabis to be the most trauma-informed of the plant medicines we're talking about tonight.
One of the things the mushroom spirit has really taught me is the importance of teachers. We need teachers. The mycelial networks that mushrooms are connected to underground, and it teaches about the earth, and it teaches us about our connection to Mother Earth. So there's many ways in which teachers can come to us.
I really appreciated what you shared, Miriam, about peyote teaching about what is sacred, and what is sacred is what is present.
You can't look at it as just a plant. You can't look at it as just a place We're all part of spiritual traditions, lineages, places, and tending these relationships with sacred things like sacred plants. The promise of these medicines is a direct experience of the divine. It's one of the incredible powers of all of these plant medicines is connecting us with where we live, with our home, where we came from, who we are in our homes.
What do you do to nurture these spiritual experiences or experiences with spirit so that they don't fade?
A lot of what I think integration is just making that experience real. You really got that message. You really felt that truth in your body. After that, it's all about what kind of practices, what kind of things you can pull into your life that will help be a touchstone to remember that space.
Journaling is a great way to discover yourself, just to journal every day.
The integration process is helped a lot by really good preparation. In the preparation, you're practicing a lot of the things that you will do afterwards to help you remember.
In a Western mindset, we think of going to a ceremony in order to heal ourselves. But for a lot of cultures that have used these medicines in long lineages, there's a very different kind of intention. The intention of the ceremony is to bring the community together into harmony, either with your natural environment or with the community or both together.